whole lot at birds that I don't need to call at. Part of calling, in my opinion, is reading what the birds want. If you watch a flock of ducks or a flock of geese or whatever, and they're coming through, and you call one time, two time, maybe switch up calls, give them a little chatter, or give them a double cluck or something, and you see one bird rock a little bit, then you can start getting on him a little bit harder and see if that bird will turn a little bit. If he doesn't, I mean, you don't really need to waste your time. A lot of times I'll just hit birds on corners and everything. Depending on day, I think that has a lot to do with it and stuff. But there's other times where you can totally be quiet. You look up and you'll see birds just falling on top of you. And that's when guys want to grab their call and just start, hitting real hard with the call, and you'll see them start to jump a little bit. Well, obviously you're doing something right already if those birds are set up falling on top of you. I've seen that numerous times where guys look up like, oh, right, coming down on top of us, and that's the first thing to do is they grab their call and try to get on them. Read what them birds are doing. If they're coming down on top of you without any kind of calling, back off them. If they start to slip or slide one way or another, then you can go ahead and hit them with a little bit of calling. Just keep their attention and everything. But without that, a lot of times them birds will just fall on you, and you don't have to worry about calling or anything. Just get ready. But I think that's sometimes people's biggest mistake is they don't read what birds are wanting. Prime example is last year I was goose hunting, and there was just a single messing around with me, and I tried several different calls. I tried double clucking, I tried just clucking, I tried moaning a little bit. Didn't want any of it. And I finally stopped calling, and he set up, and I listened to what he was doing. He was just doing a little soft cluck. I started doing that. He set a little bit harder. I backed off on the calling just a little bit, and he set up, and I mean, he ended up being a 20-yard shot. So reading what birds want and watching birds and really reacting to how they're reacting is, in my opinion, the best way to be an effective caller. And you don't have to be the best. You just got to read what them birds want.